You know, you could hear one of her eyes just rattling in the back of her throat like one of those lotto balls just coming up the pipe before you knew the number. I mean, my buddy would really rip his sister up. But anyway, everybody's fine now as adults, pretty good. But I remember she was all banged up and they had to use a couple of damn broom handles. I mean, full broom handles, not those little, you know, just some little kitchen bitch sticks. I'm talking about that janitor thing. That fucking, you know, that janitor carries that big Friar Tuck broom. That bitch got that 2-inch girth on that big thing, that handle. And they had her keyed up to a couple of those like a damn scarecrow trying to keep her body organized enough so she could finish school. So anyway, sorry, let me get back to it. But when wrestling came on TV, man, it was like, even if I felt horrible about myself as a kid or if I felt ashamed of where we lived, you know, if I felt, I don't know, if I felt like I didn't have somebody looking out for me or just all that stuff that I felt as a child, right? And I'm not, I don't need any self-pity. I'm just telling you those things I had, you know, that was part of my heart and brain at the time. And all that would go away, man, when that wrestling came on. You know, like when Hulk Hogan came on there, it just gave me something. Like I literally gave me something to look up to. I would sit there and look up at the screen, you know? It was just, you know, it just gave you something like, it just made you feel kind of like, you know, something's possible. You might need steroids and you might need, you know, a lot of fucking fake sweat or whatever. You might need to fucking rub your body against another man at night in different cities around the world. But you can figure it out. And yeah, I just love that, man. There was something about it in our neighborhood, man. So yeah, shout out to my buddy Will Teague over there, Eddie Joe, Larry Tisdale, Robbie Taylor, the whole gang over there. We loved wrestling, man. It was everything to us. So thank you to Hulk Hogan and all the wrestlers that gave us that. Just gave us that feeling of like, yeah, I'm going to show up and I'm going to rip my fucking shirt off and I'm going to fucking DDT somebody at my workplace. That was good shit. Anyway, but yeah, so it was just wild, you know, to get to see a lot of different heroes. And part of me wanted to stay longer. The people that I went with were left early, and so I couldn't stay. I wanted to kind of mill around, and I got to say some hellos and meet some new people. And but I just felt really lucky to go. Nick Hogan was there, Hulk's son. That was nice. I'd met him before, but I got to see his wife, meet her, and Linda, Sky, two of Hulk's, his wife and ex-wife. And one thing that I thought was pretty neat was whenever Nick Hogan was up there, he was just making a speech, and he's like, you know, he said that, you know, he believes that his father's watching over him. And then he kind of did like a bit of an impersonation of his dad. And he's like, what you gonna do when the Hulkster is watching over you? And I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, that's through to wrestling. What else is going on? Let's get into a little bit of news. We've got some calls from you guys. I do want to, you know, I want to try and do more regular episodes. I know I said that before, but with this tour almost done, I'm excited to get a little bit more space so I can feel, and I want to have more space in my head to be creative and to feel. Man, there's days I can't even feel, and I'm not complaining. I'm just like, dang, this is life. You just get. You know, you get going. It's hard to tap in sometimes and have a conversation with somebody where your feelings need to be present. And that's one thing I've really always loved about this podcast was just like the presentness of feelings. And so I am looking forward to having a little more just space in my life and time to make that a possibility. So, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I've said that shit before. But anyway, but yeah, thank you guys so much for support on this tour. I can't even believe it. I want to make a whole slideshow that I'm going to put together and maybe put out just to show like some different moments, people that we met along the way and things like that. I'll have to figure that out exactly how I'm going to do that. What do we have here? We got new news here. Morgan Wallen will not submit music for 2026 Grammys. Wallen, who's never won a Grammy despite his status as being the biggest artist in country music, has the best-selling album of 2025 with I'm the Problem. Morgan Wallen will not be submitting his music for consideration of the 2026 Grammy Awards. Good for them, man. Good for him. I like that shit. I like it. Fuck it. Because, you know, the awards are blessing. That kind of stuff's nice, but what does it mean? Right? And once you quit saying you could use us for your awards, then they don't have any awards, boy. And the people choose. So, but also, what the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. And I'm sure there's people out there that are excited to win Grammys. But Morgan always is doing some rogue shit, and I'm there for it. I'm there for that shit, dog. You gonna make me drive over there and get your deal. And that thing, and the bring up a Grammy on the thing. Let me look at one of these bitches. I wish they gave you a real Grammy. That's what I wish. Oh, they give you one of these old hearing